Dear students of class 5, I am Mrs. Neha Makkad, and in this video we are going to solve the fun with grammar exercise of transitive and intransitive verbs. In the first part of the video, we have studied the concept of transitive and intransitive verbs. The first exercise. Students, you have to open this exercise on page number 68 of your Fun with Grammar. Circle the verbs and underline the objects in the sentences. So students, here all the examples are of transitive verbs. Shah Jahan built the Taj Mahal. Built is the verb here and the Taj Mahal is the object. As you can see, children, the verb built is transferring its action on the object, the Taj Mahal. The cat is chasing the mouse. Is chasing is the verb and the mouse is the object. The act of chasing is being passed on to the mouse. Vijay's dog chewed the doormat. Here, chewed is the verb and the doormat is the object. My uncle plays the guitar. Here, plays is the verb and the guitar is the object. The action of playing is transferred to the object, the guitar, and in the previous sentence, the action of chewing is passed on to the doormat. Aruna likes ice cream. Here, likes is the verb and ice cream is the object. The action of liking is being passed on to the object, that is ice cream. Continuing this exercise further, father made a cup of hot coffee. So here, made is the verb and a cup of hot coffee is the object. It is not necessary, children, that the object should be one or two words. It can be an entire phrase like this, a cup of hot coffee. So the action of making is being passed on to a cup of hot coffee. Sundar bought a gold ring. So here, bought is the verb and a gold ring is the object. The action of buying is being passed on to the gold ring. Hence, it is an example of a transitive verb. The children are playing chess. So here, are playing is the verb and chess is the object. The action of playing is being passed on to the object chess. My grandmother knits sweaters. So here, knits is the verb and sweaters is the object. The action of knitting is being transferred to the object sweaters. Amala is painting the pots. So here, painting is the verb and the pots is the object. The action of painting is being passed on to the pots. The second exercise. Pick out the verbs and objects wherever necessary in the sentences and write them in correct columns on the next page. So here, children, I will read the first sentence. A clock shows the time. So here, shows is the verb and the time is the object. And the act of showing is being passed on to the object, the time. So it is an example of a transitive verb. Sarah's cooking instant noodles. So is cooking is the verb and instant noodles is the object. It is an example of a transitive verb as the action of cooking is being passed on to the instant noodles. The soldiers fought bravely. So here, children, as I told you that there are certain exceptions in transitive verbs. So fought is the verb, but the action of fighting cannot be transferred to any object. Here, bravely is an adverb. So it is not being passed on to the object as the adverb bravely comes in between. The next example. Seen swims every morning. So here, swims is the verb and every morning is not the object. So the action of swimming could not be passed on to any object, hence it is an example of intransitive verb. The bell rang. So the action of ringing cannot be passed on to the object, hence rang is an example of an intransitive verb. Now, continuing the exercise further, the vase broke. Again, the action of breaking could not be passed on to any object. It is an example of an intransitive verb. Rohan is watering the plants. So, is watering is the verb and the plants is the object. So, now children, the action of watering is being passed on to the plants. So it is an example of a transitive verb. Wherever the action is transferred to the object, it is known as a transitive verb. And where the action is not transferred, it is known as intransitive verb. Now, George sings well. So, sings is the verb, but the action of singing could not be passed on to any object. Here, well is the adjective. So, the action could not be passed on to the object and sings is an intransitive verb. I ate a banana. So now children, ate is the verb here and a banana is the object here. So the action of eating is passed on to the banana. Hence, it is an example of a transitive verb. She is painting her house. So, is painting is the verb and house is the object here. So, the action of painting is being passed on to the house. Hence, it is an example of a transitive verb. Thank you, children.